Just read a book.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
This is only a test.
DJs and MC. This DJ, he gets down.
Listen to this jockey's introduction to
Two DJs and a mic with your host, DJ Mike
Is that a timetable?
and DJ JP.
Well, get on it. It's your turn.
Give me the mic.
Okay, welcome to another episode of Two DJs and One Mic.
One mic.
And one mic.
One mic.
Yes, one mic. And we're honored today to have a first-time producer, singer.
Writer.
Say that again. How you say?
Producer, singer, songwriter.
Yeah.
Yes, that
The man
in that order. So
he carrying all the sticks.
yes, and we're honored to have Marln Jé with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I met this guy on my way somewhere. I won't say where, but I met him on my way somewhere, and we talked. Me, him, and my wife, and it was a very candid and great conversation. And I'm grateful for you coming on the show.
Oh, thank you, man.
So-
As soon as we had finished having that conversation, I was left with this big energy. It totally made my day,
That's good.
So yeah, I appreciate it. And thank you for having me.
Yes. Okay. So with all of that said, tell us about yourself. How did you become Marln Jé? How did you get into what you're doing now?
So I've been making music since 2014 in high school.
What was your motivation? How did you get to it?
So I've been writing songs since I was 11. So, okay, this is the backstory. My sisters are from, my whole family's from El Salvador.
Okay.
And when my sisters came to the U.S., I realized that we had similar music taste. So we had the same, I noticed they had the same Enrique Iglesias CDs, the same Juanes CDs. And I was like, what? And then at the time I was in fourth grade and I was a huge Akon fan. And you remember when that song Don't Matter came out?
Yes.
Yeah, so that song, I would have it on replay every day. It was just, I don't know what it was about it. It just did something to me, in my spirit that just made me want to keep listening to it.
Wow.
So then my older sister challenged me. She was like, write down those lyrics and try to translate them to Spanish so I can understand what these lyrics are saying.
Mm.
So then, like, low key, I think it put that songwriting bug in me to do that, because then I started understanding like song structure and like what a chorus is, what a verse is, and I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. And then on top of that, I was translating it. So then it just it installed something in me, or instilled something in me that I just carried through when, like, once I started hanging around my friends, we would freestyle, look up instrumentals on YouTube and just freestyle. I already kind of had like I don't know, like a sense of putting words together.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, in high school, 2014, I met my friend Brian Rodzel. His name is Brian Rodzel. He's a producer, singer, songwriter as well. And he would like show me his beats.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I was like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. He was like, I make beats and stuff, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If like I don't like them, I'm gonna let you know. He was like, okay. I heard his beats, and like it was like the soundtrack to my life.
Wow.
Every beat that he played, I was like, dude, like let me write some songs to these.
Wow.
So then like we would meet up, and then just he would like make beats on the spot, and I'll just like freestyle over them. And then
And when you say freestyle,
were you rapping or singing?
yeah, I was rapping.
Oh,
I was
okay,
rapping at the time.
okay.
Because like
Okay.
my inspiration was like Currency throughout high school. And I actually got the chance to meet him.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a whole nother story too. Like, yeah, I went to like 4 of his concerts, and on the 4th one, I got to meet him. Got my hat signed, got a poster signed, and it was just meant to be, because I didn't even pay for the VIP, like meet and greet. I had just got the general admission.
And you
And
got
then,
to.
yeah, I waited outside after the concert, and everybody was just like outside of his bus waiting for him to come out.
Uh-huh.
And he finally came out, and I was like, yo, Currency, can I take a picture with you? He was like, yeah, for sure, man. So then I'm like walking with him, his manager, and like 3 other people he had on tour. And then we go through like the artist entrance, and it just happened out of nowhere. I was like, what? I'm walking with these people, like my favorite rapper, like what? And then we go up these stairs, and then his manager looks at me and was like, kid, what are you doing here? And I was like, I just want to take a picture, and that's it.
And
I'll
now
be
he
gone.
walking you in. Did he kick you out after that? Did
No,
you get your picture?
we went up the stairs, and then there was people like sitting in leather couches, and then they were like, all right, who's first? You. So then I got to shake his hand. I got to meet him, talk with him a little bit, and he gave me a poster, and he signed it. And like at the bottom, it says 100 out of 100. So I was like the first one. And then, but the thing was, my phone was dead, so I wasn't able to like take a picture.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So then I had to go look for my friend Brian that was joining along with me. And then I was like, dude, let me borrow your phone real quick. And I got to go back. So then I find my way back.
You got back.
I got back.
Oh my! It was meant to be.
Yeah. And the guy at the door was like, I can't let you back in. I was like, I have the poster. That was my way in. The poster was my way back in. He was like, all right. He let me back in, took the picture, and then I finally got my chance to meet Currency again. I was like, I'm back. Took the picture, and I was like, man, God bless you on your tour, because he was kicking things off in Dallas. It was like a whole Texas tour from San Antonio, Houston, and all that. And he was like, oh, man, thank you. And like, I don't know, it like really, I would say, surprised him that somebody would tell him something like that. And he was like, man, give me a hug. So like gave him a hug. I was like, and I'm looking forward to your next album, Pilot Talk 3. He was like, yeah, man, I'm almost done with it. And shook his hand, and I left. It was a cool experience. Like I was like 18.
Do you know what made that experience though? His humbleness. Him being so humble and taking time and not being a butthole or being a superstar. And taking the time to talk to you, man, and make sure you feel like somebody to him. Wow, that's because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people won't do that, but that's really cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like people at work would tell me, like, man, I'm so proud of you. You got to meet your favorite rapper and stuff like that. And yeah, I think that also inspired me to, I don't know, do something in music too.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So you know one thing that and I was having this conversation with my wife earlier, and we were it was a Mary J. Blige song on I think it's what Hello Gorgeous. It's a very sad song, right? And what I find to be very interesting is you see these people, right, that they have done something in life that has inspired you. And we see them almost like this, superhuman, from a superhuman standpoint, not realizing that they're just as human as we are, and they have issues. And like with the Mary J. Blige song, they write all of these songs, and sometimes we don't even realize that they're crying out for help. We don't see that. We just see like, man, this is a star. But when they say, when you hear statements like, money can't buy you love, money can't buy you happiness. All the material in the world cannot assure you that you're going to be happy or even have a strong sense of self-worth. It doesn't matter. And I would say, looking at their lives and looking at our lives, the difference is the material and the influence that comes with the material. And it's just, when you look at that, it's a beautiful situation. But like you said, when you told him, God bless you on your tour, you saw the human side of him. Because with all of the foolery that was going on around him, girls, all kind of stuff, that that like brought him back to center. Like, it was like a check.
Wow. I'm just now seeing it from that perspective. That's amazing.
Well, because we all have people we admire and things, and then when you get close to them, you can lose all of that in a moment because they can be a butthole. And we had an experience in, not that this guy was anybody special, but we have met other people that were super nice, that were on a level. This guy's here, and the guy up here was so nice and humble and wonderful, and the guy right here was a butthole. And so you just have to remember where you're at in life and what you're saying to people, because you never can tell the effect that you might have on somebody just by a conversation, or just by taking a moment to say hello, hi, let me take that picture. So
that's awesome.
You never know. So that's cool. So with the music, what is it about it that makes you want to continue to do it? What is the inspiration?
I think it's just good for like my spirit. I don't know. It calls to do it. Like I can go 2 or 3 weeks with not really doing anything serious in the studio, but somehow I'm always drawn back to it. Like I think one thing I had my friend Adam tell me was that, in life, there's sometimes people in your family are going to get sick. Things are going to happen. Like, things are always going to be changing in your life, but something that you will always have is music.
And the song of life, man. Music can take you somewhere. Just by a song can take you back to a great memory, a bad memory. But music is, it can do so much. You just,
And for me, music is at the center of my life. Has been since I was a kid. I've been listening to music since I can remember. And those songs, when I hear those songs, it takes me all the way
back to those
back
moments.
to that situation. Being 4 or 5 or 10 or 13, whatever. It's like a time warp. I go right back, and I can remember everything that took place. So no, it's a beautiful thing. So I I totally get that, coming from you, for us being DJs, man, I really can't see life without me DJing. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be for someone, but even me going in my lab, in my office and playing around, and we talk about this, man, it's been like a week or two, man, I don't feel right.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm on drugs.
Yeah, we got to get back in there. We got to go. Okay,
Yeah.
I need to go play with a song. Put
Yeah.
these two together. Do this, or work
Yeah.
on this, or hear this, or just do something like that. So, man, it's just music. He loves you. So, what is someone that have you got to work with anybody you really want to work with, or do you have inspiration for people you want to write for, or anything like that, or?
So, like right now, one of the artists that I feel like could be something attainable to like work with is this artist named Gashi. And that's like on my bucket list right now, to produce or songwrite for him, one or the other or both. That would be amazing. Like, and I actually remixed like the beat to one of his songs. He put out the acapella. He was like, DJs, do whatever y'all want with it.
Oh wow!
And I put it up on SoundCloud, and I put it up on IG, and he liked it. He just gave it a like. I don't know if he listened to it, but he gave it a like.
Did you reach out?
So I don't think I reached out, but the thing is, he came out with a record label called Orca Sound Records. So I'm working on something that I could possibly send to him.
Yeah, but you got that was your moment, man. I'd love to work with you. You like my thing. How do I, I don't know. You have to find his manager or whatever. I'm sure in his IG probably has how to get in contact with him.
Yeah. I'm more knowledgeable now. At the time, I had no idea how to go about that. But we'll figure something out in the near future.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that I think is important is know your worth, and you have to live and die by that. One of the reasons that I brought up, the story earlier with Mary J. Blige is all of those people are human. And sometimes with some of them, it makes them uncomfortable when we act in a certain manner. But that's going away from what I want to say. Know your worth and know that if they can do it, they've shown you a pathway that it can be done again. And do it. Even, and we do certain things. There's, we like, man, I sent out this message to such and such, I want to see if they want to come on. Yay or nay, And I look at it from this perspective. If you say no, you'll say no only to say yes tomorrow.
Yeah.
You will, because we have to know that we're good enough to do whatever, and like when you let me listen to some of your music when we were going to the airport, man, it was some good stuff. I enjoyed it,
Thank you.
And I'm very honest. I used to have when I was DJing. I remember guys would come up with CDs. Hey man, play my CD, and I would tell them this, and I meant it from the bottom of my heart. I said, dude, if I play this CD and it doesn't sound right to me, when I leave, I'm gonna roll my car up to about 90, and I'm tossing.
That sounds like something you would say.
But I was honest, and I had some. I tossed it.
You try though. I mean, I know. Yeah.
Not in a bad way. I'm just saying.
You try to listen and give it okay, can this fit in what we doing?
Oh, no.
I don't think I maybe had one or two people that actually had tracks that I actually was able to play in the club. That was pretty good. I remember a guy named Huggy B. He had a nice track.
Shout out Huggy B.
Huggy B back in the SIP. He had a nice track, and I actually played that on the radio in the club for him too. I played on the air for him too, so it was actually
nice.
decent. It was good. It became a little hit around there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But no, you got the
you got some
tracks
good
I
stuff.
listened to.
Thank you. I
like
appreciate it.
the gospel singer, and what's her name again?
Diamond Linnell.
Diamond Linnell.
Yeah,
Y'all
shout out to her.
Yeah, she's got some nice tracks
Yeah,
out there.
I'm just saying.
Kind of reminds me of Doe, y'all.
Yeah.
So that's on the right scale. Yeah.
And music, I'm just saying it's good. I'm just saying I think that you have something.
Yeah.
And you have to be proud of that and push that.
Definitely.
Because if you don't push it, it won't be pushed.
Right.
The initial hard push has to be done by you.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So do you think being here is the right place to grow and go and do what you want to do? Can you reach the people you want to reach here from Dallas?
Of course, I feel like, I also think that like taking small steps or like just anything, like working with people locally that are willing to collaborate, or even like you guys giving me the opportunity to do this, like, of course, I'm appreciative of that, and just anything that can like put it on a bigger scale, I'm like open to that for sure.
So in another time, I always wanted to kind of like remix records, maybe, be a remix, but never really took the time to learn. But I'm just saying, I'm being honest. And I did want to remix records. But so like, do you like go around and hand people like here's a beat? Like say if you saw Erykah Badu here locally, Kirk Franklin, or some of the gospel artists, do you ever like do that?
Technically, Erykah Badu has heard my music.
Oh,
technically,
okay.
so
See?
She's heard something I've produced.
Okay.
And because my friend works at a juicery,
Uh-huh.
and apparently she pulled up to
playing your song.
Yeah, and one of the
were you in bed and did you jump up and run?
No, so it was just a song I produced for my friend.
Okay.
Shout out to Just Gift.
Okay.
He's a neo soul R&B artist.
Okay.
And from Florida. And the person who was working at the time was like, Erykah, check this out. And she was like listening to it. So here's the story. She said, it's nice. I want to hear more.
Oh, wow.
So that's all we got.
Do you have an agent? Do you need an agent?
I think I probably do.
You do.
I think I probably do.
You got to push when doors, when you see an opportunity, you got to go kick that door in, man. Or at least walk up to the door and knock. Because if you don't go knock, they're not gonna come.
See, this is the thing. For us, it was almost like a confirmation of like
to keep doing.
Yeah, to keep doing it.
Okay.
We're like, if it's meant to be, it's gonna flow. It's gonna happen. Let's just keep working.
But
yeah.
you got to. We don't just do these shows. I mean, ain't nobody brought us to the studio and say, here, y'all do a show. We had to do it.
Right.
So you have to go knock on some doors. Hey, we call Keith in Chicago. Hey, man, we want to come do the show in Chicago.
Right.
So sometimes you gotta kick the can down the road or go open some doors.
I really needed to hear that.
Yeah, you need to. I mean,
yeah.
It ain't gonna just walk up and hit you in the back of the head and say, here's the, so yeah, you had some good opportunities. You said you worked with some good people, but sometimes you got to go sell yourself. You got to get in the room with them and talk to them. Hey, think about a lot of artists and you see the stories where they had to go chase down folks, sleep on things, or, sleep outside somebody's house. Just, who was that telling? That was Rudy telling about getting a movie made, man, where he went through hell just to get that movie made and went to slept outside the mailman's house and the mailman had to show. It was, but, to follow his dream and get that movie produced, he did. So I'm not saying do all of that, but when you see an opportunity or you feel like somebody's liking your stuff and you hear that, hey, Erykah, Instagram, I mean, we got ways to contact anybody now, man.
Your follow-up game
absolutely.
Your follow-up game. Wow. Yeah, when you see, because if you don't knock, ain't nobody gonna open the door, or what they say, don't nobody feed a closed mouth. You got to go, but you're doing it in your time and how you want to do it, but
that makes a whole lot of sense. I'm gonna definitely
you got to go get
that.
too, baby. You can't. Ain't no. I mean,
and look at this. There's two words: ready, prepared. Everybody is ready.
They say they are.
Well, they are. It's a difference. It's the preparation.
Yeah, are you prepared for the opportunity?
You know, you're ready for $1 million. That doesn't mean that you're prepared.
Right.
to earn it.
So,
Go get it.
or do whatever is needed to be done with. So, yeah, you're ready, but you have to be prepared. Meaning, okay, she liked this song. I need to have at least about 30 songs already ready.
Mm-hmm.
Let me hit you with it. Rolodex,
Yeah.
you know, beats. Okay, if it's beats, you say producer, songwriter. Say it again for me.
Producer, singer, songwriter.
Right. Singer,
Okay,
songwriter.
Yeah.
Producer, singer,
Ex
songwriter.
rapper.
PSS.
Or do you still rap?
So yeah, I do, but it's more like songwriting kind of rap. You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But be prepared.
Yeah.
And if there's a certain field, like say, I've heard some of the neo soul, some of the gospel neo soul, R&B gospel, some of the R&B itself. Whatever it is, as they say, have a plethora.
Yeah. Okay.
Just have a catalog, build a catalog.
Yeah.
For that purpose, to shop. And know that, hey, I'm good enough. Because if you don't believe, nobody will.
I just think about that, man. I probably would have said, "Hey, my boy produced this. Can I get your number to have him call you?"
Oh yeah,
man.
But it's different.
Yeah, no,
different people.
Yeah, you got.
Because one thing about seeing people that's already there, I think the worst thing that we can be is starstruck.
Yeah.
Because if they're no good, they'll end up getting us. Oh, well, let me get that little man. Bro, let me use that. All because they see, okay, yeah, here's an opportunity.
Yeah.
Or if they're not, sometimes they're offended by, it's like instead of us, we have to act like we're already there.
Ooh, so that brought a deep thought.
Yeah.
So do you watch old movies and stuff and look at all the stuff that have happened to people in the game or them getting bad deals or getting taken advantage of? Do you think about that stuff, or are you going in, or are you just approaching each opportunity and just seeing where to go?
So I've been learning a lot of the business aspect about it.
Uh-huh.
So like making sure our songs are copyrighted and all that kind of stuff. So I haven't really been worried about, I don't know, like somebody taking one of my songs.
No, I'm not saying that. Well, you should be worried. But what I'm saying is, you know how you get in there, you get your big opportunity.
Yeah.
And they just give you the shafty.
I hear a lot of stories about
that.
TLC.
TLC.
Yeah.
Damn near everybody in the music industry got it at one time and had Prince. Only people, they probably got it too, but we just don't know. The Jacksons, So I'm just saying, so managers, we're going to do a checklist. We need to start getting an agent. We need a manager and an agent. But I know that's stuff that costs money, but at least those people will be working for you to get you to those next levels, to put you in front of those people. Because she heard this. Well, we need to call Erica. We need to do this. Or we need to,
That catalog is important.
Yeah.
Because that catalog is, collateral.
Yeah.
Hey, you already have everything copyrighted. Well, check this out. I need a manager because I need to be able to push this.
Yeah.
I need an agent. I need to be able to push this. And when they hear it, like, okay. Yeah.
And that just goes back to what you said, ready and prepared. So when the phone calls comes, I got an agent. I got a manager. I'm ready.
Yeah.
So, wow.
It totally makes a lot of sense. I needed to hear all this information, definitely.
I don't know why it's coming from us, but of all two DJs and a doggone microphone.
But I think the good thing about it is it's
so, yeah.
We're all in different fields.
Yeah.
And the thing that a lot of us miss is that it's all the same.
Yeah.
It's all the same. We're all going in the same direction. We're just going about it in different ways. And what applies to us applies to you.
Yeah.
What applies to you applies to us. I don't care if a guy's a bus driver. there's a common thread. You know, in order to succeed in life, everybody ends up doing the same type of behavior or have the same type of behavior nor habits. The bad habits, I'm just saying you can find someone that gets fired from any job that don't work or whatever. I guarantee they may have some of the same habits as, Uncle Jimmy, the crackhead.
Yeah.
It's the same. So, but yeah, I think we all needed to hear that, and that's important because it's just so many, and I was telling you about our oldest son that I said, man, y'all have a lot in common. He does some of the same stuff, some of the same things, and I just think it's important because so many of us, we have these gifts, but we don't have the gift of believing that it is a gift.
Wow.
Right.
We don't have that. We really don't see ourselves as being able to succeed because of the trauma behind us, something else. So that prevents us from being able to really utilize the gift, because we don't really, believe in ourselves because of that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I think one of the quotes that has stuck out to me from Jay-Z was that the purpose isn't to get like rich and have all these material things. It's to live your life through your God-given gift.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a powerful
Yeah.
statement.
And I mean, it's not because you don't seem like you're chasing the money. You seem like you're looking for the right opportunities and measure with everything you do. You just have to have that a little bit of, I got this, when there's
that
an
assertiveness.
Yeah,
I get it.
Because you're not going to get found if you're not.
Yeah.
Somebody but like they say, if it's good, they'll find it. But you probably have to help it along the way. I need to push it a little bit.
Yeah.
I still can't believe your boy didn't say, "Hey, I know the guy that did this."
Well, he might have felt like he did what he was.
Yeah, he did like he was supposed to do.
And Erica might have hit him with
I'm
the
sorry.
eyes.
Whoever,
She might have hit him with the eyes or something. He just lost it. Might have came unglued. I'm just saying, you never know.
Yeah, but yeah. So, well, cool, man. So, who are some of the people that you've got to work with?
So, I currently work with Brian Rodzell, Just Gif.
And who are they?
They are songwriters, producer-songwriters, and we're actually working on a band. So it's like, we're working on something.
Do you play any instrument?
So I'm like basically a producer and songwriter for the band.
Okay.
Who's
the lead vocalist?
So apparently it's gonna be Just Gif. He's awesome.
And that's it. Just Gif is his name.
Just Gif.
I like that.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just
we call him Gifted.
we
call him Gifted.
Ricky Bobby.
So those are the people you work with. I'm saying, but are there any artists that you've done stuff that's out there that you're proud? Songs you got, because you told us in the pre-interview that you had like 8 songs out there, so that you feel good. So who are some of those artists that you work with?
So I feel proud of my most recent single, Bring Your Own Love, because I got to work with Adam Pickrell, which worked with Nelly Furtado, and he helped me produce this song, and it took like 3 years, but I feel like it's the perfect time that this record is out right now.
And go ahead, Jeff.
As a producer, dude, 3 years, good God. Why does it take so long to birth a baby, or was it just, why did it take 3 years?
So, for example, in this case, this song, Bring Your Own Love, I wrote the song like, this is one of those songs I would say I didn't write. It just wrote itself.
That's what they always say. I wish I had that gift.
No, please explain. I don't understand it.
Yeah, so like what I'll do is I'll make like a skeleton beat. And then if I feel the vibe, I'll just get on the mic and freestyle like gibberish and find melodies.
And you record.
Yeah, I'm just like seeing what sticks, what feels good. Wow. And then out of nowhere, the concept of Bring Your Own Love came out. And I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Like the concept of, you know how like clubs say like bring your own beer, bring your own
Yeah,
this, bring your own that.
bottle, bring
So
your own,
the concept was like, why don't we just bring our own love?
wow.
You know? And then yeah, so the song, I was like, production wise, I kind of like put songs to the side after I make them, and then I analyze them for like weeks, sometimes months. And then I'm like, you know what, this track, sometimes I'll like take off my songwriting hat and then put my producer hat on for like subconsciously I'll be like, this song needs a better bass line, or this song needs a better chord structure. Like it just needs some, it feels
So
like it needs something.
Do you reach out to, who do you reach out to listen to it to give you their feedback?
So I'll play it for my friends. And in this case, I played it for my friend Adam, and he was like, yeah, send it over. I sent him the stems, and then like a couple of weeks later, he sent back the idea, and I was like blown away. He had redid the bass line, redid the chords, and at that point, I'm like, okay, now there's a different groove on this track, so I got to go back in and put a different feel on it with the vocals, you know. So to me, it was like a challenge, because I was like, man, I haven't got on something so musical like this, because it's like it's just a melodic ride throughout the whole song, and it's groove. So I was like, this is something that I haven't done before, you know. So that process sometimes takes weeks, sometimes it takes months for you to feel the courage, to even be like,
3 years.
all right, this is the day I'm gonna hop on the mic, and then I'm gonna do what it is that this song needs. So that's why sometimes.
So what do you do? Do you have a studio, or do you go to studio?
I have a home studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you just hop in there and get in
Yeah.
the booth and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you, but you said you produce, so you don't play keys, you just go garage band and
So like,
get your chords.
I don't know music theory, but I did take piano lessons for like 8 months.
Okay.
So I have a sense of like I know the name of the keys.
Mhm.
So like I just play off of feeling, basically. And if sometimes like I really want to go into depth and make sure that something is in the right key, then I'll look into it and I'll be like, oh, okay, this makes sense. The bass line is kind of out of tune with what the chords are doing. So then I just try to like link it together, you know, if that makes sense. And then it feels better.
Wow. I have so much to say, DJ Clee, about this.
Go ahead.
If people, you see how this brother has dug into what he's doing and learned the art of what he's doing before he stepped out there and called himself a songwriter, producer.
PSS.
Yeah, because he wanted it to be right, man. Oh my God. Okay.
But there's a difference. You're dealing with something that's a difference. Now, I don't know if it's the same. You're dealing with a difference. You're dealing with,
What's the difference?
he's doing something that he actually loves to do.
So you're trying to say, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
You trying to say that they don't love what they're doing?
That's questionable.
Here comes the heat, people.
Well,
you could be right, but I'm just saying.
Now, let me say it like this.
Okay.
Clean it up. Here, no, I'm not going to clean up. Think about this. You have guys that are good in football, right?
Yeah.
Some guys have just raw talent, and they really never practice. They're just good at it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, those guys' careers are very short because they don't have the discipline, or they don't do the necessary things.
They skip steps.
That say you didn't have all the skills. You didn't have the speed. You worked on your speed.
He didn't go to Juilliard.
You worked on your techniques, and your career ends up being better than mine and longer than mine because the love,
the hard work.
Yeah.
But the hard work has to be influenced by something.
Yeah.
Now, yes, I want to get my mom and my dad out of the neighborhood, so I'm playing ball to do all of that. Okay, they out the neighborhood. I don't want to play ball no more.
Yeah.
I really didn't love it. I did it for that.
For that.
So from a DJ standpoint, back to this point, it's a difference for me when you find someone that loves that, and it wasn't initially about the money. It was about the love of that, and the love of that continues to push them to be better.
I get what you're going.
But if it's solely about material gain, then you don't have to have the love of getting better. Your better is based on material.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't mix today, so I'm gonna learn to mix a little bit so I can get by, so I can make this money. I really don't care nothing about no mixing, or I don't care nothing about learning this or that.
Keys.
Yeah. So it's
melodic tempo.
Yeah. So it's a difference. So just hearing part of your story and talking to you beforehand, you love music.
Yeah.
You know, hearing the story about your sisters and your sister pushing you to do something and you discovering that you was a PSS, you know, at the tender age of 13 or 14.
14.
No, so
but no, we try to retire everything back to DJing, and we can tell. You can tell by talking to people if they love it or they're in it for the Muka Chocolate. So you know, we just always, when you said that, I was like, man, he's talking about his love and how you nurture your baby, and you don't want to put it out there for the world to see, and it's horrible.
Yeah, and I think that's just important in everything that we do.
Yeah.
You know, preparation, ready.
Preparation.
Preparation to be prepared. That means that you got to put some work in. Ready. Hey, I can play. Did you practice? No.
Are you ready?
Right. But I'm ready.
I'm ready. No, you're not.
No, they ready. They ain't prepared.
They're not prepared.
They ready.
They say they're ready.
Yeah. But the preparation shows that they wasn't ready.
Yeah. So do you have a mentor or anybody that's helping you along this journey?
I would say Adam's like my mentor. Even not even with music, but through life as well.
Okay.
Yeah, like
does he know that?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you mentoring anybody?
I wouldn't say mentoring, but I would say I'm very open to like showing other people how to get this.
But if you are, you already doing it. If you're showing somebody.
Yeah.
So they say everybody needs a mentor, and
Yeah.
everybody needs to be mentoring somebody else.
Yeah. So I have been called a sensei recently. So I guess we're onto something. I guess we're onto something.
Yeah. I mean, we keep it IRL right here, real, because we want everybody to leave and everybody that's listening to get something out of it, not just be talking about how great we are, or how great something is. Yeah. So you just get you a mentor, even and just learn.
Yeah.
And even somebody that's been through some bad stuff, talk to people who've been going through some stuff where they've been jilted. And so you don't go down that road, or try to, make sure you get down the right roads and your path is a lot smoother. Not saying it's not going to be any bumps, but just try to make it as smooth as you can.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a beautiful field, but it's a very hard one.
Yeah.
In the sense of, a lot of people, they get messed over.
Yeah.
And that comes from that, man, I love what I do.
Yeah.
I love it. But also, like how you were saying, how you switched the hat from producer from songwriter to producer, you have to have another hat. It's the businessman.
Yeah.
And that hat has to control what the PSS does.
Right.
You love that, don't you?
It just makes it simple for me.
It makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah.
It has to control what the artist does. Because the artist, for whatever reason, is going to always undervalue themselves. It's the business person in us that allows us to see the value in our gifts.
Yeah.
Because I've also heard that, and I think it's facts that the music business is 80% music business and 10% talent.
Wow.
That's
That sounds
Yeah.
wow.
that's
Dang. But you think, I mean, I think a lot of people I see out there are very talented. So
Yeah. So a lot of people, a lot of musicians, what I notice is that they wait so long to like put music out when they're like amazing actually, but they think there's like a certain bar that you have to reach like creatively or
Mhm.
something, and they just hoard their music.
so is that what you're doing, sir?
No, I feel like I'm putting it to action. I feel like I'm putting out music and helping other musicians put out their
Yeah,
music.
but I mean, but three. Well, I mean, I know it takes time
no.
to put
I'm
it
just
on.
saying the I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, like the business aspect, like being more assertive and
Yeah.
being more
So, do you
action
take any
oriented.
business class? Are you? See, that's why I said, do you
Mhm.
have a mentor, somebody that's in the game deep that can show you
Right.
and say, hey,
From a
this
business
is a
standpoint.
business aspect, not as a producer, songwriter. What's the other one? PSS,
Yeah.
songwriter,
I get it.
songwriter, singer. Okay, so you have to have all of it because it took me a while too. Because I'm like Mike, I love what I do. I love DJing. And I didn't get the business sense for a long time. Not that people took advantage of me, but you know, people are, well, it's this, I don't have this. And you love what you do, so you want to go do it.
Right.
But then you come to realize, hey, wait a minute, there's some money in this. So I can make more money and then this presentation, as we spoke this morning on the 10-minute drive-by, presentation, branding, and all of that stuff
Yeah.
is pow, shoot it in.
Yeah.
It's always good. I mean, you gotta be a TP, a total package. So
Yeah.
you gotta have every aspect. So as you do that, when you have those down times, I mean, like you said, you're reading the book now, Relentless, but get into some more business side or ask somebody, hey, how does this work? Or how
Yeah,
y'all go about this? What would happen? Have you dealt with radio at all? Getting your stuff on the radio and trying to get it on the radio?
So most recently, I was so close to getting scammed. That's the thing. Like,
See?
yeah, people will reach out to. I just got reached out to somebody portraying themselves as DJ E Styles from Hot 97.
Uh-huh.
They were like, send us your track up. First off, they were like, I think your music's amazing. He was like, do you?
And he had you.
Yeah, and then they're like, can you send us one of your records? And then so they're like, all right, we're gonna airplay you on Hot 97. I love your music. And then they started getting pushy about money. And then I just had this
they
gut
wanted
feeling.
you to pay?
Yeah, they wanted me to pay.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're for real. That's real.
No, I did my research. And then I noticed that it was a fake account.
Oh, but I'm saying really though, they do want you to pay to get your music on the radio.
Well,
You
I
may
heard
have to
that's
pay a little
illegal.
Well, okay. All right. But just be careful.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you figured it out and
Yeah.
didn't get scammed. So, but he was trying to get you to give him some money to play your music on the radio?
Yeah.
That
But
he-
then I
that
started.
he didn't even
Never
work at the radio. Wow. So, how did you figure it out?
So I started getting this gut feeling. I was like, wait, something's not right. And then as I was doing my research and I was looking for the real DJ E Styles, I was like, this don't add up. That fake account had like fake followers and like fake comments, and then all the pictures were cropped. So that's how you could tell. That's how you could tell from like fake accounts.
So where's Hot 97 at?
I believe New York, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh hell.
Yeah. So yeah. So and then as I was doing my
So,
research, they were like, "What's popping?" Like like being pushy about the money. So I was like,
Yeah. So
block.
did you do you send any of your music out to stations? Are you doing that at all?
No, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't.
Have
Spotify.
you ever thought about being agents?
I think y'all would be great at it.
I think we would too. Oh man, do we need to manage an artist?
The most I've done is Spotify pitches like your releases
and
to like certain
Mixcloud and
playlists.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, and stuff like that. That's the most I've done.
I'm so glad you came here this evening, sir.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot right now.
Wow. Well, we've just been around and we've been in. Well, I've did radio, and radio is so wonderful. That's all I'm gonna say. It's so wonderful, but it's a tough business. And see, that's the parts that we say you love what you're doing, but you hadn't seen the bad parts yet. And you really gonna need somebody to protect your name,
Right.
and help you get through those times once you hit it big.
Yeah.
So wow, man,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
wow. Boy, I feel like I've learned a few lessons.
Yeah, I
this
think
evening.
the scamming part is one of the ugly sides. Cause
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
started
But
like
that's in everything.
We get it too. I mean, people try to get us
I
to.
get
They send
fake-
us fake checks and want
Yeah.
us to cash it, and then come
Mhm.
back and pull the money off our bank account because we didn't cash the check for them.
Yeah, I get
Right.
fake invoices
Yeah.
every almost at least 5 to 6 times a week.
Yeah.
wow.
I get fake
We
calls.
get
I get fake texts, fake emails.
we get all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
in it.
Wow. That's
So you
intense.
have to, and some of them they get better as
Oh,
they
they're-
go.
they're
They
good.
get
Wow.
good,
They're good.
and you be like, okay, so you almost to the. I done had one mail me a check before, and
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so then you start looking into it and going to the bank, but what they want you to do is go cash it, and then they'll get the money. I
Right.
mean, you send them. Well, we overpaid, so we need you to send us this, so they get their money, and then you end up getting stuck with the whole thing.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
went
that's
through
why it's
so
best to
many
not even
scenarios.
Open those checks and return to sender.
Well, I mean, it don't matter about
I-
opening,
yeah,
but I'm
I-
just saying, as
for
long as you
me-
don't cash it on
Right. Yeah.
My wife gets mad at me, but for me, I need to see the whole bit. So I will let them go through the entire bit.
I've done it one time. I did it
And
one
the
time.
only reason, because I want to see what they're doing.
So
So
you know the
it
next
educates
time.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
I already know that. No, dude, I already know.
So you were good by catching them that time and not getting. So, you know, I have to ask. So, how much were they trying to get you to send them to put your song?
So they were like
By-
a week.
uh,
A week of radio play was $50.
oh
2
my
weeks
God.
Was 100, and then a whole month was 200.
No, they just trying to buy some chicken. So
Yeah.
they wasn't trying to be
Maybe.
good. No, it's more. It's much more
Yeah.
than
Maybe
that.
some weed.
Yeah, some man. But
Right.
God, dog, that's horrible.
No, yeah, but
East
I also
side.
believe in like karma.
Yeah,
You know, if
yeah,
like
yeah.
you know you're messing with people who put their heart into music. You know, so it's like literally,
Criminals don't care.
I was like crying, calling my mom.
Because you were
like-
mad because you thought
No,
you
I was excited when they were like,
oh,
you know, hyping me up
damn.
about this. I was like calling my mom. I was like, look, they can play my song on the radio.
Oh.
Then they started talking about money.
So have you not? You haven't tried any stations here?
We know Cat Daddy,
Yeah.
but
I just saw him the other day.
yeah. So like we're like building a relationship with him.
I have to tell you.
We may have to start an agency.
And we know Radio Raheem too.
We
yeah.
may have to start an agency.
I have to tell you this, but I'm with you. You have to see yourself bigger than the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we tell ourselves all the time.
Don't do
limit
not,
yourself to.
Yeah, do not put yourself in a box.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
not-
especially, and you know, I talk about this with the people I work with. Like the music we make, I know it's international type music because we blend so many different genres. There's no way.
And before
it's
we
just-
get out, can you drop a little bit of this track, man?
Yeah,
Just
let
play a
me
little bit
see.
of it because
Yeah.
I was like, I thought you was gonna hit it when I brought it up. But of course, we need a producer.
B.Y.O.L.
We
Yeah,
got
bring it
anybody,
on.
we got anybody that
Hey,
we looking for
don't-
a producer.
Don't start that. 2 piece. I didn't say it. Okay. Mhm. Hey, let me start this off. I was already listening to it.
This is the track.
B.Y.O.L.
Bring your own love.
Bring your own love.
Bring your own love.
Straight from Marln Jé.
Marln Jé, y'all.
The PSS. Producer, singer, songwriter. See?
So you did everything on this track?
Mhm.
You saw it? This is you?
I wrote, sang it, produced it, and my friend Adam Pickro co-produced it and mixed it, mastered it.
So you know. We'll wait till the song starts. Then I'll say.
I'd rather be than leave inside this cocoon. If it's not with you, and I'll find my peace beneath the trees. Look up to the moon. How would you be more like a butterfly when it's cold? Will you fly away? Away. Live a long life like bonsai, rocking out with It's low fire when it's cold. Will you find a way? But in case you come back, I'll bring you love.
That's you too.
First-
Bring your own love.
Yeah, first, second, and third person.
Man, that's pretty good. So, are you? Is it not on the gram? Is it not everywhere?
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
2-piece in the house.
Wow, man, that's
2-piece. Bring your own love.
wow, man, that's good. That's
Thank you.
good.
I
Man,
appreciate it.
okay, so first assignment, I'm going to challenge one of us. You need to reel that song.
Oh, okay.
Do a reel with it
Okay.
and put it out there.
Yeah.
And give it a club beat.
I need the acapella.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, okay,
I'll send it
him
to
the acapella.
Send me the
got you.
acapella. I'm gonna
send
do
it to
a
me
reel.
too, and
Okay.
I'm gonna do something. I know
I'ma
he'll
do a
do
reel.
some-
Okay,
we
perfect.
both have different minds when
I
it comes
need-
to this stuff.
I need the acapella and the regular track.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll do something with it. But man, brother, start emailing, sending MP3s, whatever.
So
to
you have it
stations, man.
copyrighted.
Yeah,
right?
it's copywritten.
Send
Yeah,
it to
copyrighted, yes.
producers, radio executive. Man, just
Yeah.
You need,
labels,
get you,
labels.
Yeah.
Send it to labels.
Yeah, put your email or something together. You got AI out there.
Yeah.
Get your
Mhm.
email, put that together, and just shop it.
All they can do is say,
Definitely.
Yeah,
No.
what do you have to lose?
Right.
"You sound." I mean, that sounds as good as something by the Beaver.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good. It's not bad. I mean, if it was bad, me and Mike both would have, the 90 miles. And when we tell you to send it to us if it was bad, no, I might even. I mean, that could even be
I
a
would
good.
work on a remake.
Yeah,
Wow.
because even with that, you can play that during cocktail hour, bring your own love, at weddings and stuff, and it's smooth.
I would work on a remix and make it a little bit more hip hop.
Yeah, put a little.
Nice.
Yeah,
a little bit more upbeat,
yeah.
Mhm.
not the
That's why I said
mumble
you need,
rap.
That's
Right.
why I
the
said you
drug
need
smoking
Yeah.
rap.
You need to
Yeah.
reel it.
Some
Yeah.
boom bap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Remix.
I mean, but everything that we do happens for a reason. This happened. He met you for a reason.
Yeah, definitely.
You need grandpas behind you pushing you.
I'm
Because
with it.
man, you got something. You just got to get it out there to the
Yeah.
masses, and
I agree.
you need a campaign. Your sisters all still around?
Yeah.
I mean, you put them on staff, baby. Hey, you take
Right.
the East Coast. I'll take Florida. You take Texas. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna take California. Yeah, somebody hit up north, and just put that mess out in the
Keep
universe, man. You
Yeah, definitely.
gotta. Come on, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
We all have dreams and aspirations, and you're not gonna get us sitting at the house talking about, man, woe is me.
Yeah. Make a house track.
Yeah.
Make
Okay.
a EDM track.
Yeah.
I mean, well, do what you do.
Yeah,
Right.
but I'm just saying it's just.
Yeah, you gotta push. Oh, you remix it to an EDM track or something?
I'm just saying it's people are making.
Yeah.
There's so many different things that you can do with it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Wow.
yeah, I'll talk to you.
Bring your own love. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring our own heat.
Could someone send us an agent contract? We're about ready to sign our first artist. Representation. But no, man, you got something, brother. You need
Thank
to
you.
really get it out there, man. And I don't know why nobody hasn't told you to push before, or nobody's pushing you to.
Well, it just depends. It's in my opinion, I think that you hold yourself back.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Mhm.
because it goes for all of us. We could be great. There's this thing. You have so many great people that were better in the neighborhoods that nobody knows about. I'm talking about
legends.
Great,
Legends.
I've met some of the smartest people that nobody knows about, and that just comes from either they didn't believe in themselves, and that caused them to not put themselves in the right atmosphere. Around the right people. A lot of times we have what it takes, but it has to start here.
Yeah.
and we talk about this. I have a something that I live and die by. Believe in your belief will make a way.
Yeah. So
But-
have you ever performed live? Have you ever done
No,
it?
we're working on that.
Okay.
It's just the only thing is we always get hit with you need a talent buyer. Do you know what that is?
What?
A talent buyer. Basically a middleman. Venues ask for a middleman.
Okay, so haven't we been talking about that all night? Agent, manager?
Yeah.
That's the middleman.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That,
They don't
'Cause-
want to
'cause
talk to you.
They don't care about like what music you play. They want to know if they're gonna sell drinks. Yeah.
yeah.
So, and I get it.
Well, I'm gonna invite 500 of my friends, and they will buy drinks that night if you let us
Yeah.
perform. So, yeah.
So
Wow.
many ways.
Yeah. Man, he gonna make me put down the tables and become a manager.
Calvin, get his suit ready.
Oh, you know I've been watching Suits, so I'm in trouble. I've been studying up on the law, buddy. Man, but brother, I'm so glad you met Mike and you came in here, man. And
Thank you for having
hopefully
me.
we can be an inspiration to you. And if
Absolutely.
you got anything to bounce, hey, I'm gonna give you my number at the end of the show. Mike, it's just like talking to the same person, I think, sometimes, because we both like to push people.
Yeah.
Y'all are amazing.
Wow.
Y'all are amazing.
Yeah, dang. Great single. Got some other stuff. He got some gospel R&B out there with another young lady. He got some other tracks.
Oh,
Man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah.
So you can find me on everywhere as Jesse Marlin or Marln Jé. Yeah.
And
Where?
what's
Where?
On
everywhere?
Instagram.
Because some people think everywhere is just Facebook.
Yeah. So Instagram, Twitter as Jesse Marlin, Facebook as Jesse Marlin as well. And as far as like my music on Spotify, iTunes, you can look me up as Marln Jé.
Spell that for me.
MarlnJe.
Apostrophe.
Marln Jé.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Y'all heard it here, right here.
Yeah.
So we don't just
Marln
talk
Jé.
about DJing, weddings, and all that stuff. We get down to the nitty gritty. This
look good.
good. I like this.
Yeah,
It's different.
And
The people that make the music that we play for folks to dance to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that was cool.
yeah,
There's no telling who might come on 2 DJs and a mic, man. Who we gonna get next? Wow.
but yeah, that was good.
That was
and I really hope that this
Time next year?
was good for you. Oh yeah, we have to.
Yeah, we need to
have
follow
do
up.
it.
Okay.
We'll follow up.
Definitely.
We have.
Yeah,
to,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We have to follow up.
Yeah.
I'll
we
have an
want-
agent by next.
Oh,
We'll figure
we will
something
make
out.
No
sure.
problem. Don't worry. You will have somebody.
Yeah, you will.
We may have to go get our license, but you will have somebody.
Yeah,
But
it's
no,
important.
we want to see you succeed, man.
Yeah,
Push it,
thank
keep
you.
it going, because you got some talent, brother. And,
Thank you.
Very much.
don't let it go to waste by not putting it in the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When people tell you you're good
Believe them.
and you're better than the situation, believe them.
Yeah.
Believe them. Use it as fuel.
And when somebody says your music is good, start hunting them down, man.
Yeah.
You gotta go get
Yeah.
it, brother. Hey, I'd love to work with
Yeah.
you. All they can do is say, get away from me.
Right.
No. Okay, I tried. But then that day when you make it, hey, I'd love to work with you, Marln Jé. Well,
Right.
remember when I wanted to work with you but I'm still gonna work with you. Come on in the studio, let's do something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you gotta push, man, because ain't no you can't get through a door that you don't try to open.
Right.
Because I have a lot of radio stage stories, man. It took me, I can't tell you how long to get on the air. And I did some free for a DJ. And he went back and told the station manager, you need to hire this guy next week. So that's how I was able to get my show, because I kept going and pushing them doors and
Persistence.
kicking. Every time I passed by the radio station, I said, hey, y'all hiring? Y'all need anybody?
Yeah.
Some of these guys are garbage. But no, you can't, ain't nobody gonna give it to you, man.
Right.
Not today. You gotta go get it
Yeah.
yourself. But
I agree.
Opportunities are taken.
yes, take it. Not
A lot
Right.
of times
Yeah.
they're not given. You have to take them.
Yeah.
And that's not being ugly. You just have to make
Want it.
yourself
Want it,
available,
Yeah.
and you have to fight
for the right
the right
to
to
produce.
party, produce,
Sing.
sing, song,
Right.
write, all of that. You have to fight.
PSS.
You have to fight for it.
You do.
Yeah.
Mike, hit the theme music, man. It's time to go home. It's time to go get something to eat, man. Hey, brother, we thank you for coming on the show. Come on, Mike, hit the mic. Come on, Mike. Hit the mic.